take ground and take flight and sing. And here we are again today having tea together, which is always such a privilege for me. So I hope that you are enjoying your favorite cup of whatever. Please comment down below to let me know what you're actually drinking and enjoying and, relaxing and taking in this time together. But today I'm actually enjoying another Madame flavor tea. I love this brand. They make really amazing teas. But this one is actually my favorite from their brand. It's Mint Choc Rooibos. So literally they use bits of dark chocolate as well as mint leaves, and then there's the rooibos tea leaves, and rooibos has got no caffeine, so it's this beautiful uncaffeinated, absolute delicious gorgeousness of a drink. It's so therapeutic and it just smells beautiful, like even without even drinking the tea, even just even just having the tea back here like this, the aroma of it is absolutely, oh my goodness. And you really feel like you're indulging in like a dessert of some sort, except it's actually extremely healthy. It's a herbal tea, for crying out loud, and it's a dark chocolate. So, and it's just little bits of it. And it's just absolutely beautiful. It really is a most amazing afternoon indulgence. So if you can get some of that, I really do highly recommend you get your hands on some of that, because it is amazing. So having said that, I really need to take a sip now. Well, it's actually still really hot, but awesome. And also, this cup is actually one of my favorite mugs. It's a twig seed mug, and I have to give a shout out to Lena, who's actually staying right behind the camera. But I love this cup. It's just got like little birds on twigs, and anyway, it's just perfect. I love it so much. So thanks, Lena. And it's so cool to be with you. So today I actually wanted to talk to you about a really practical topic and a question that I get a lot from singers around the globe, and that is, how do you motivate yourself to practice? And I think the first problem lies in the word practice. When we use the word practice, I think it might conjure up, images of when we were like 5 years old and mum and dad forced us to do piano lessons or whatever it was. Practice, what a chore, I've got to play on my scales, la la la. And it just sort of conjures up this negative feeling already, So I'm going to propose that we use a different word rather than practice, okay? For some of us who it really does, it doesn't motivate us to think of it as practice. I'd like us to propose that we actually, instead of saying, okay, let's practice our singing, why don't we replace that word practice with play, okay? Because at the end of the day, singing is fun, right? It is so much fun. Like, I know for me, as a kid, twirling around the house, belting songs, at the top of my lungs, I didn't care whether I sounded good or not. I didn't care whether I was out of tune. I don't think I had any concept of that. All I did was I was having fun. I was expressing my joy, right? And just singing at the top of my lungs, being so free. And sometimes I wonder, why can't we get back to that place of when we were kids and we used to just sing anything from the top of our lungs, and we were never concerned about how good we sounded. So I think we need to get back to that place of play. Instead of thinking of it as practice, like a chore, because at the end of the day, singing is fun. That is why you do it, I'm sure. I'm sure that if we gathered all the singers into one room somehow, all around the globe, and you asked the question, why do you sing? I reckon 100% of us are going to say, just because it's fun. We love it. It brings us joy. You know what I mean? So we're going to get back to that place. And that's why we need to come at practice from a place of play, rather than from a place of, this is a chore, this is something I should do, this is something I have to do, so that we can actually be a whole lot more motivated. And then we don't even have to motivate ourselves anymore. We actually want to do it, because if it's fun and if it's play, why don't we want to do it, right? We'd want to do it, that's for sure, okay? So that's the first thing. I think just changing your mindset to not see it as practice so much, but as play. This is my time, almost see like this is a bit of time that I carve out for myself to bring joy to my soul, to really build myself up. You know what I mean? Okay, and when it's like that, I think you're gonna want to do it like multiple times a day. You're not going to want to not practice, because it's play. So let's change our mindsets and think about it as play. Now, how can we then bring that practically into the time of, when we're working on our voice. And I think one of the things that we can do to really make this whole play feeling come alive is we should actually practice it like play. So for example, instead of getting straight into our vocal workout routine or whatever, right, why don't we just start with singing something that we actually really love to sing for fun? Yep, I'm actually saying don't worry about warming up. I'm saying don't even worry about anything, just get into singing. And why am I saying this? I'm not saying we shouldn't warm up. Of course not. I'm a vocal coach. I'm always going to say that you must warm up your voice, right? But to get ourselves into that space of this is play, this is fun, why don't we start our practice session with just singing a song that we absolutely love? Like for me, that means getting on the piano and just bashing out a tune, whatever it is that I want to sing in that moment, and just doing it for absolute fun. And because I usually do my my singing workouts and my practice in the morning, my voice is at its worst state, because we all know that when we get up in the morning, our voice, my voice sounds like a frog, okay? But I'm not going to care about that, because in the very first moment of my practice or play, what I'm trying to get what I'm trying to do is to get into that place of playfulness, of fun. So I'm not going to judge myself. I'm not going to care that my voice is sounding a bit froggy and that I'm cracking, and I'm not singing and I don't have great resonance and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. All I care about is that I just want to start this time as enjoyment. So I'm just going to sing a song that I'm loving at the moment, and I don't care whether I get the notes wrong. I don't care whether I'm flat. I don't care whether I forget the words. I don't care if I play the wrong chords. Who cares? I'm just going to sing something out, really start my time with a self-expression, something fun, okay? And I find that when I get into that place, then actually doing my vocal exercises, the drills, all the stuff that is like work, right? It actually becomes a lot more fun, because you started the practice session with fun and enjoyment and with no judgment at all. Does that make sense? So it means that it helps you go into your vocal exercises, the more serious part of it, with a bit of playfulness and with less judgment of yourself as well. Because I'm telling you, when you judge yourself, it actually doesn't really help you that much when it comes to singing well, because mindset is really linked to what's going to come out of our mouths, okay? So if we start with judgment and, oh man, you sound bad, why do you sound so bad? It's actually going to come out even worse, right? So we need to start from fun, and then once we start from fun, our mindsets are positive, and we're actually able to do everything technically so much better. Trust me on this one. The other thing that I recommend you doing is if after you've sung a couple of songs, just for yourself for fun, and you're still not feeling quite, I still don't really want to do my vocal exercises or whatever, I highly recommend you just get onto YouTube, find one of your favorite singers, okay, someone who so inspires you, someone that you would love to be able to sing like. Just watch a few of their videos, maybe even one of their videos, and get inspired. I mean, for me, at the moment, that's singers like Leah Salonga, Shoshana Bean, and there are many, okay? But I'll just choose one or two and maybe just watch one and then just like be in awe and go, oh man, I'd love to sing like them. And that is actually a really fun motivation for me, to actually then start the work on my voice. So that's another thing to do too, just to get yourself into that place of inspiration and awe, okay? And then I think another thing that really helps is just kind of knowing, like having one specific goal for that practice session. Not a billion goals, okay? I mean one. So you might think to yourself, okay, there's this one song that I'm working on right now that I really want to nail. So for this session, all I want to do is nail the verse. That's it. You don't need to try the whole song. You don't need to be perfect at the whole song from beginning to end and blah, blah, blah. You don't need to know all the lyrics. You don't need to have all your pitch perfectly in place. You don't need to be perfect at it all in one sitting, but just give yourself one small goal to achieve, because that's going to help you focus in on your practice, because you kind of feel like you've got a purpose for it and you're going to go somewhere. And if every day, can you imagine if every day or every second day, however regular you can do it, right? If you're able to achieve one little thing each time that you actually practice, okay, just imagine what you're going to achieve in a week or two or a month, 6 months, a year, right? Okay, so the idea is be consistent as well. So small goals and consistently, working towards them is also going to help you. And as you progress and you actually find success with what you're doing, that's going to motivate you naturally, and you won't need to motivate yourself, because you're going to actually start seeing changes in your voice. And it's going to really motivate you. And once you get that momentum, you're just going to be on fire. So there you go. I hope that gave you some really practical tips on how to motivate yourself to practice or play, okay? And I really hope that you start to really have a whole heap of fun with your singing, but also a whole heap of success towards your actual goals that you want to achieve in your singing life as well. And remember, I'm always here to support you, okay? So if you ever want more in-depth help, and if you want that help in the form of an amazing singing community as well, with direct access to myself and my associate coaches, please do check out the Vocal Revolution, because it's exactly what we're trying to create. We're trying to create a vocal revolution around the world where singers connect and champion one another as they each learn to sing better, right? In becoming all that they were created to be as a singer, as well as just as a human being. So yeah, I really invite you to check that out. Okay, well, thank you so much, Songbird, for spending this time together. I hope that you have the most lovely day. Now, enjoy your play time tomorrow as you get into your singing time. Make sure that you do make it a very special me time thing, a me moment, so that it really brings nurturing to your soul, and therefore you're going to enjoy it so much that you're going to not be able to wait till the next day to do that all over again, okay? All right, well, here is to your successful singing journey. I am always believing you, Songbird. So until next time, get grounded, take flight, and sing. See ya!